My name is Carl Long, and I've been the pastor at Life Church Humansville for about 3 years. Some of the challenges I face as pastor in a rural community include resources, having the equipment and the funding and resources available to do ministry and to do outreaches in our community. Another challenge would be volunteers, having those people with a servant's heart to be able to work in various areas of ministry. Accepting the first invitation to the training was based mostly on just always wanting to learn and to grow in ministry and hear other people's ideas of what's working in their communities as far as doing outreach and just the day-to-day operations of the church. And the price was right too, a good chance to get away for a little while. Expectations for going to the training for Rural Compassion, wasn't real sure what to expect as far as format and content and things, but kind of just went in hoping to pick up some ideas on ways we might be able to do ministry in the rural community better, make some better connections with people, and just to have an opportunity to hear what was working in other places. As far as most impact, I think the thing that came across most was that we're not alone in ministry in rural communities. It's great to know that we have organizations like Rural Compassion that come alongside of us, and it's also good to know that there are other people in those types of settings that face the same challenges that we do each and every day. If you don't get connection with other pastors, whether they're other pastors in our denomination or others in the community, I mean, you're just there by yourself. And so knowing that others are going through that same thing is really helpful. The benefits from the training were almost immediate. We saw that we were doing things well in our church as far as the ministries that we were doing, but the training that we received helped us to make just a few tweaks to what we were doing, and we saw doors begin to open right away. We had tried to get into the schools and to be able to reach out to the schools and see how we could participate there, and that door had always been closed to us. But because of some ideas that came up, we started implementing those, and now the doors are open and we're being able to go into the school on a weekly basis. Same thing with City Hall. I would go in and pay the water bill and hardly get any kind of conversation from the folks there. But as we began to reach out using these tools that Rural Compassion provided for us, then we saw that door open. The city actually invited me to come on and be the police chaplain. And so now I have access to just about everybody in the city government. So it's exciting to watch as God continues to open doors for us just by making some adjustments on who we target in our outreaches. The training really focused on finding out and identifying who the stakeholders were in our community. And so that's how we really begin to change some of the focus in our outreach. And one example that just happened a couple weeks ago, we were doing a community outreach event in the city park, and the mayor of the city came up to me just before the event started and asked if I would pray for her. And she indicated that she had some challenges and things that she was facing, and just asked for prayer for peace and for wisdom of how to deal with these things. Well, she came to me a couple of days later and indicated that a conflict had arose in a meeting, and she was able to handle that with peace and calm. And after the individual left that she had been dealing with, the people that were still in the room said, "Okay, what's going on? You're different. What happened?" And she said, "Oh, I'll tell you what happened. Life Church is praying for me." So that was pretty exciting. I don't think it gets much better than that. Yeah, it was cool. I couldn't wait to get to church and share with the congregation, because there were people in the congregation that were there as we were setting up for the event. And so when she asked me to pray, there were several ladies there. So I asked these ladies to come and gather around and pray with us. And so they got to be part of it. And then to hear the response of how it all ended up playing out. And so it was really cool. Just any general thoughts on Rural Compassion. The big thing that I took away from it is Rural Compassion is not focused on one denomination or one organization, but really the rural community. And so we've tried to take that mindset back into our community. We have a new ministerial alliance that's up and running, and we have 8 of the 9 churches in our community working together and reaching our community. We have a common goal. We just do it in various ways. And so seeing that unity being presented from Rural Compassion really is an encouragement, and it's neat to watch the church work together.